Kukulin just drops his blue buff. There's his dash. We're going to play this super aggressive. He's hiding behind minions pretty well right here. We're actually losing this fight. He transforms. We're going to activate her 2. Dash through. He has a horrific emblem. We're going to pop our shell. Keep fighting into him. And we're able to clean him up. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shiny B Gaming, and today we have a donation request to play Nemesis and solo. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, Nemesis is an auto attack based characters, and right now in solo lane, auto attack based characters are kind of dominant. So let's go ahead and jump into Nemesis's kit. Ends 1, Swift Vengeance. Nemesis dashes in a line, dealing damage to enemies in her path, and may dash again within 2 seconds. She may use basic attacks and abilities between the dashes. Nems 2, Slice and Dice. Nem swings her blade, dealing damage in an area in front of her. Enemies in the center of her swing are struck for 2 times the damage and are slowed for 2 seconds. The slow is going to be 30%. Nems 3, Retribution. Nemesis activates a temporary shield around herself that protects her for a set amount of damage or until the time expires. A percentage of the incoming damage from gods is healed and reflected back to the source. Hard crowd control effects remove the shield. She's going to reflect 50% of the damage received. She's going to heal for 100% of the damage received. The shield health is going to be 100 at level 1, 500 at level 5, and the duration is 2.5 seconds. Nem's ultimate, Divine Judgment. Nemesis chooses a single enemy god, reducing their health and movement speed and sealing a portion of their protections for a time period. Her movement speed is also increased during this duration. At level 1, the damage is going to be 20% of the target's current HP. At level 5, it's going to be 30%. She's going to steal 30% of their protections. She's going to gain 15% movement speed at level 1, 25% movement speed at level 5, and the buff and debuff duration is 5 seconds. And finally, Nemesis's passive, Scales of Fate. Nemesis holds the Scales of Balance. Hitting an enemy with a basic attack tips the scales in her favor, reducing her target's physical and magical power and increasing hers. She's going to gain 7% power per hit. The enemy's going to lose 7% power per hit. This can stack up to 3 times, and each stack is going to last 5 seconds. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point to our 1. Level 2, put a point to our 2. Level 3, put a point to our 3. We want to put another point into our 2. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 2, max out our 3, max out our 1. The reason we are putting a point into our 1 before our 2 is that whenever we dash through an enemy or a jungle monster twice, we're going to deal 100 damage. If we get the full damage, the times 2 damage on our 2, it's only going to be 90 damage. We started with Manikin Scepter, a health chalice, and 5 multi-potions. Manikin Scepter is going to provide us 10 basic attack damage, 10 physical protections, and 3 damage reduction. It has a passive that enemies hit by your basic attacks are burned, taking 12 physical damage over 2 seconds, and have their attack speed reduced by 7%. Jungle monsters take 4 times the amount of damage, and this effect can stack up to 4 times. Right now, we are going against an ability-based character, Kukulin. So he's going to have a lot of early game pressure. We're just going to kind of sit back, wait for him to overstep and make a mistake. We're going to activate our 3, get some damage onto him. He's pretty weak. We activate our 2, he's slowed. And we're able to get the pick onto Kukulin. Since there's nobody in our lane, we're going to go ahead and clear this wave, kind of waiting for Kali to get to our blue. Kukulin went with Teleport, so he's going to be able to make it back to lane pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and just dash away, start heading towards our blue buff. We went with Blink for our Relic, so we could initiate whenever we want. Nemesis does have an attack chain, meaning that her first hit deals, let's say, 100 damage, her second hit deals 100 damage, her third hit will deal less than 100 damage, and her fourth hit will deal more than 100 damage. I played a couple of games with Nem solo, and I feel like you don't have the best early game pressure. You really do need to kind of sit back and wait for the enemy to make a mistake. We thought he was coming onto us, so we activated our 3. I think Nemesis can be played in solo, and her 3 helps her a lot with this. If you can time your 3 just right, you can reflect a lot of damage, gain a heal, and keep tussling with the enemy. We're going to go ahead and back because we have enough money for boots. We are going to be going into the attack speed boots, and we're going to be going into an attack speed build. And our support leaves. Super unfortunate, but we're having a good laning phase. We already have a pick. We're going to keep in this game. We've lost almost every wave. The only wave we didn't lose is the wave that we went and got a pick on Kukulkan. So if you're trying to play Nem solo, just be prepared to sit under tower for a little bit. You're really waiting for the right opportunity to strike. Gonna poke him with the 2. He's about to transform. We're gonna dash away, just completely avoid him. If he gets close to us, we're gonna activate our 3. We're able to dodge his dash, activate our 3, get some basics onto him. We're going to rotate back for our blue buff. The blue buff is going to provide us some MP5, so we're going to regenerate some mana, and it's also going to provide us 10% cooldown reduction. Ao Kuang's here, we're going to activate our 2, get the slow onto him, kind of fall back under tower.
An ally has been slain.
Callie just runs down Kukulkan. No surprise factor there. Go ahead and just destroy the Lesser Scorpion. Try to get that heal. Well, not the heal, but the golden XP. We would have stood in it if we wanted the heal. Looks like we are finally able to kind of outclear the Kukulkan. We're going to activate our 2, get the slow. Ao Kuang's here, we're going to activate our 3, dash away. We do have our ultimate and we do have blink. We're going to get our 2 onto him. He's very weak. He is about to transform. We're able to avoid his dash. We're going to activate our ultimate. Activate our 2, activate our 3. Oh, yes, sir. We're able to get the pick onto Kukulkan again. Once his dash was down, we knew that we could burn him down.
An enemy has been slain.
We're going to go ahead and back. We're going to get tier 2 of Berserker Shield.
That's a good plan if I've ever seen one.
Your middle tower is under attack.
An ally has been slain.
If we can, we want to clear the minions outside of the tower. If a minion takes a tower shot, we're going to get reduced gold for that minion. So right now, we have the enhanced blue buff. The enhanced blue buff is going to provide us 20% cooldown instead of 10% cooldown. Nem doesn't really need super low cooldowns, but it's always nice to have. There's his dash. We're going to activate our ultimate. That's going to remove a percentage of his health. We're going to start chunking him down. Dealing some great damage. Activator 3, Activator 2, dash through, avoid all of his damage, dash through again. We do not want to die to the tower, so we're just going to fall back, play it safe. We probably push him back to where he needs to go and return to Fountain. He's still hanging around. We do have our blink. Activator 2. We're going to blink in. We miss our basic. We activator 3. We're going to go ahead and just fall back. We kind of wasted our blink right there, but at the same time we wanted to play it super careful. Odin's here. We're able to poke him with our 2.
You're batting around.
Odin's still holding onto his spear. I feel like he can hold on to it for maybe a little too long. And that was like 3 to 5 seconds he was holding onto it. We're going to activate our 2, get some good damage, dash through, get a basic attack. Activate our 3. We're able to get the pick onto the Kukulin. Odin Cage doesn't matter too much. We get stunned.
Attack left lane. You killed it.
Thanks.
We do have enough money for a Berserker shield. We're going to go ahead and hit the Totem of Ku though.
Your teammate struck out looking.
We're going to go ahead and rotate to our blue buff. Make sure that we secure it.
Whoa, that came straight out of left field.
Enemies in the left jungle.
We've got 2 levels on the man. He's playing pretty passive now that we've got a lead on him.
Your middle tower is under attack.
We're going to go ahead and back, and we're going to be picking up Berserker's shield.
This will tip the scales of balance.
Berserker shield is going to provide us 50 physical power, 20 physical protections, 20% attack speed, and 10% penetration. It has a passive that if you drop below 40 HP, you're going to become Berserk for 5 seconds. You're going to gain 30 physical power and 20% attack speed.
Enemy missing.
Your right tower is under attack.
They ain't stealing any bases today.
We don't know if we want to surrender this quite yet. The game's about even. We say no.
Batting around.
We're doing great, but it's a 5v4, so in the late game they could just kind of snowball and have more people than us, so they're most likely going to win.
Missing left.
That's a good plan if I've ever seen one.
We're going to go ahead and rotate mid. This Owl Quash is a little out of position. Looks like he's rotating into jungle, so he's probably fine. Get a little bit of damage onto this Odin. Outwash is here. We're going to activate our 3. Since we got healed, we're going to get stunned by Outwash. Not our best rotation. We thought if Outwash was hanging out a little too long, we might be able to get the pick onto him, but he's able to kind of play safe. And that cost us a little bit of gold and XP in our lane.
Your right tower is under attack.
Anubis says we can win this. Callie says, I don't know, man. Maybe. It's possible.
An enemy has been slain.
We're the only one with a lead in our lane. I guess Anubis has got a level on Outwash.
On guard.
So I've tried a couple of different builds on Nemesis and solo, and I found that going into Manikins, going into attack speed boots, Berserkers, and then Aussie. Aussie was the missing piece in my builds. I feel like it's a pretty standard build up until Aussie. We can go into either Frostbound, we could go into Stone Cutting Sword. We got a little bit of a tussle going on. But having the lifesteal from Aussie, I found really makes a difference with Nemesis. The lifesteal is just huge. It allows us to go in jungle, regen, keep fighting. Without it, we have to back a lot more. I also tried starting with Golden Blade and going into Animosity later on in the game, but I found that Manikin allows you to be more aggressive.
Attack middle lane. We need wards.
We're thinking about just blinking up on him, being annoying and not letting him back. Getting some good damage. Go ahead, use our ultimate, activate our 3, use our 2, basic, and we're just going to dash out. We're just cleaning up this Kukulin.
Cancel that.
Retreat right lane. Oops. That's too bad. Take my blade.
We should be able to push this tower for free. I don't think anybody's going to rotate over. We've only seen Ao Kuang once this game, and he did not do a lot. Although he's the highest level on their team, so he's farming pretty effectively.
Your right tower is under attack.
We're going to go ahead and back and pick up Aussie. Aussie is going to provide us 20 physical power, 20% lifesteal, 25% attack speed, and 15 flat penetration. It has a passive that if you drop below 35% health, you're going to gain an additional 30% lifesteal for 5 seconds. This can only occur once every 15 seconds. Aussie just has some great stats: power, lifesteal, attack speed, and flat penetration. Our team should be able to clean up that Ao Kuang. We're going to go ahead and make a play for the Gold Fury. So even though we're down a man, down in gold, and down in kills, we're going to be the aggressors and get the first objective of the Gold Fury. That is a very good sign for our team. Activate R2, get some good damage, dash through. We're going to use our ultimate, slow him down, and we're able to clean him up with the basic attack. We're going to go ahead and rotate back to our lane. We're still not level 20, so we do want to be in our lane to try to get as much farm as possible.
Attack right lane.
An enemy has been slain.
Kukulin just drops his blue buff. There's his dash. We're going to play this super aggressive.
They ain't stealing any bases.
He's hiding behind minions pretty well right here. We're actually losing this fight. He transforms. We're going to activate R2. Dash through. He has a horrific emblem. We're going to pop our shell. Keep fighting into him. And we're able to clean him up. A lifesteal from Aussie. Damage from Mannequins.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
We went with Shell with our second relic. We realized that our support left and he most likely was going to be the one who picked up Shell. So we picked it up for the team. One thing to note is that they have an Odin on their team, so the Relic Phantom would have been very helpful at certain parts in this game. If our team gets trapped in an Odin cage, we could pop Phantom and everyone could walk out. Since we picked the enemy soul laner, we're going to go ahead and push this tower.
Enemy missing middle. Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
We're going to go ahead and rotate to our blue buff. It is enhanced, so that's 20% cooldown.
be unstoppable.
So we picked up Shogun's Kasari. Shogun's Kasari is going to provide us 60 magical protections, 20 MP5, 10% cooldown reduction, and 20% crowd control reduction. It has a passive that allied gods are going to have their attack speed increased by 25% if they stand close to us. 10% cooldown, always nice to have. 20% crowd control reduction. So if we get stunned by the Odin 3 on the enemy team for 1 second and we have 20% crowd control reduction, we're only going to be stunned for 8.8 seconds. Oh man, what a dive onto that outwash. Odin's here. We apologize because we kind of stole that kill. Oh no, the Odin cage. We're in a lot of trouble right here. We're going to keep dashing around. We already used our 3, we activated our 2, and we go down. Good Odin cage. That was a good engage by us. The double blink onto the outwash. Kali's able to clean up one. Anubis uses his Aegis. Our team's rotating in. Oh my goodness. We're going to win this game. So we do have some kind of powerful characters for playing with a person down. Kali is great at chaining together kills. So as long as she can chain together kills, it doesn't matter how many enemies there are on the enemy team. Anubis is great because he has the lifesteal and can really just kind of sustain. Heimdall, you know, solid hunter. But between those two, and then a Nem solo to kind of dash in and initiate, we have a pretty mean 4-person team comp. They get Fire Giant. If they would have waited 1 second, we would have gotten Fire Giant too. But it's no big deal. So right now, we're already at the attack speed cap, which is 2.5. Any more attack speed that we build is going to be kind of not picked up. It's going to be useless. But that's fine. We really just want these items online. It is an Oni Fury, so we do want to try to make a play for the Oni Fury in just a moment.
On my way. Group up. Attack the Gulf Fury. On my way. Wait. Your middle tower is under attack. Take right lane.
Watch is a lot of position. We're going to use our ultimate. He uses his beads. We're going to dash through. Super aggressive by us. We're going to activate our 3, which it looks like it already went through. We're going to start falling back. Anubis gets some great damage off onto the Odin. We're going to rotate right. Ao Kuang is on us. We're going to turn. He did not keep pushing, so we miss our 2.
Enemy missing middle.
They ain't stealing any bases today.
Attack the Gulf Fury. On my way. On my way.
We're going to go ahead and start working on the Oni Fury. The Oni Fury is going to spawn an enhanced minion wave in each lane.
Do not let your pride blind you, though.
So we've secured 3 objectives, and the enemy team has secured none. We're going to lifesteal off these minions. If we did not have Aussie, we probably would have had to back right there. Since we do have Aussie, we can just keep sustaining.
On my way. Ultimate is ready.
Kali's in a little bit of trouble. We're going to rotate in. Use our ultimate onto the Kukulin. Get the slow off. Kali's able to clean him up. We're going to go ahead and just clean up the tower in mid. Rotate to the team fight. Get our 2 off. Get the slow. Outwash would be a great target. We're able to clean up the Outwash. Ao Kuang is on us. We're going to turn. Activate our 2. Get the slow. He uses his 3. Does a decent amount of damage. We are in a lot of trouble now. Heimdall's here. We're going to pop our shell, pop our 3, and we are able to survive that. The double shield. We're going to throw out our 2. Heim's able to clean up the Ao Kuang. That is a deicide. We need to push something.
This team's going to the World Series.
Kukulin is back up. We really could have used the lifesteal off those minions. We're going to go ahead and push left while our team is pushing mid. This will allow us to lifesteal off the minions and also split push.
Be right back.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy.
Our team's able to secure the middle Phoenix.
Retreat. Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
We have a fat penny in the pocket, so we are going to want it back here in just a moment.
On my way. Be right back. Wait.
We are going to go ahead and pick up Qin Sias. Qin Sias is going to provide us 40 physical power and 20% attack speed. It has a passive that on basic attacks, we're going to deal physical damage equal to 3% of the target's maximum health. If the enemy had over 2,000 health, this effect is going to scale up. It can scale up to a maximum of 5% if the enemy had 2,750 health or more.
But don't let your pride
That's 4 objectives for the team. We're going to go ahead and hit the Greater Scorpion. Probably go and hit our blue buff.
victory for us. No, do not be arrogant. Enemy missing right.
Apwash is kind of rotating in.
Taste my blade.
We're able to secure the Fire Giant. We're pretty weak. We're going to activate our 3.
No wonder you
Tyler's able to get the pick onto Apwash. We really need to push right here.
double play.
Kylie's able to get a double. She gets all of her health back. We're going to blink up. Dash up. Activate our ultimate. Get the slow onto the Odin. Increase our attack speed. We're now trying to focus the Heimdallr. Nemesis is able to get the pick onto the Heimdallr. Kylie's able to get the pick onto Odin. That's a deicide, and looks like we just won the 4v5. That's going to be the end of this one. We're able to secure the W. Well, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. The stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.